6 o'clock boxing. So today, guys, we're gonna have some options in how we do things. The first thing we're gonna start off with is some jump roping. If you have a jump rope and you want to use it, grab it. If you do not have a jump rope, then you can just do it in the air. We're also gonna need some sort of hand resistance. So if you have some 2-pound weights, you can use some 2-pound weights. I know people like you can use 2 water bottles, soup cans, whatever you can put in your hands to give you some resistance, okay? And you will also, that's about it, actually. All right, so we're getting started in about 30, 45 seconds. Let you guys grab that stuff up, and we'll be right back. Trying to see those signs on, so give them a couple minutes. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. So we're gonna start off with the rope. We're gonna be roping. We're gonna be doing a certain amount of time. Go ahead and send yourself. We're gonna do a certain amount of time followed by exercise. So I'll tell you what to do as we progress through it. So let's go ahead. If you don't have a rope, just turn it. If you have a rope, you wanna go ahead and turn the rope, turn the rope. All right, let's get started. Let's go. All right, jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, go. Jumping jacks. Got Anthony here helping us out today, guys. He's playing out in the woods. I was starting to get worried for his health, so I thought I'd bring him inside. We're going to touch a little bit on that shadow boxing today, guys, that we did yesterday. We're going to work some combinations today. We're going to have a lot of fun today. All right, so stick with us. All right, we're back on the rope in 3, 2, 1. Back on that rope. Let's go. Let's go. Turn it. Another set of jumping jacks. Go. You want me to kick you out of the house, or that way you're just taking at the field? Back on the rope in 3, 2, 1. Back on the rope. Last set of jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. Last set of the jumping jacks. Let's go. right, back on the rope. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Back on the rope. Not being awesome. Just take a little break. Breathe for a second. Who we got? Anybody up here? Trina's in here. All right, we got push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Push-ups, go. Again, if you guys that are joining us, if you don't have a rope, just go ahead and mimic it in the air. On those push-ups, to stay with it. If you have to drop down to your knees to keep going, that's fine. Back up on our feet, back up on our feet. Here we go, grab your rope. Go ahead and start turning. Back on push-ups in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go, guys. Rep it out, rep it out. Back up on the rope, go. Set of push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Good. Last set on push-ups. Let's go. Break. Let's just catch a quick sip of water. We're going to move on with some more exercises here. Grab a quick sip. Come on back. All right, guys. For this one, you still need your jump rope, but this time you're going to need your hand weights also. So we're going to take our time up a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the rope and work to some hand combinations. Okay, so we're going to start off 1 minute on the rope, and then we're going to start 1 minute on a hand combination. So, all right, let's start getting that rope turning. 1 minute, let's go. Seconds. Keep them moving. Grab your weights. I want you guys moving around, throwing your jab and your cross. Moving around, throwing your jab and your cross. There you go. Just moving around. Doing a little bit like the shadow boxing that we worked on yesterday. Working your jab and your cross. That's it. One. And you guys that were with me yesterday, you can add a little head movement in there if you want. A little defense. Maybe just using the jab and the cross right now. Let's hop back on that rope. One more minute. Let's go. There you go. Keep those feet moving, guys. Keep those feet moving. 30 seconds. All right, let's grab our weights. Now, guys, I want you, just like we did yesterday, I want you throwing those punches, adding your head movement in there. Throwing the punches, adding head movement after. There we go. Watch Anthony. He's going to throw his punches, and then he moves his head. There you go. Keep moving. Keep that head moving. Keep that head moving. Well, you're trying to get out of the center. Get out of the center. Breaks after his punch. There you go. Move, move. There you go. Move that head out of center. There we go. Breaking left, breaking right. That head moving. We got 20 seconds, guys. Keep working. Remember, throwing those punches, focusing on moving that head out of the center line. Oh, we're back on the road. Back on the road. Let's turn it. About 15 seconds. Stay with it. Keep those feet moving. All right, grab your weights. So this time we're focusing on movement, okay? Moving forward with our punches, moving back with our punches, moving left, moving right. Focusing on foot movement, footwork. Let's work. stepping into your punches. You can start adding some pivots in there. We're back on the road. Back on the road. Get a good warm up in. Getting a good warm up in. Seconds. Weights up. All right, guys, so now we're going to be working on our angles. This is very similar to footwork, but now he wants to move your angles, okay? Attack the target, create the angle, and attack from the angle. All right? Let's work. There we go. Just a rehash of what we did yesterday. Just using it as our warm-up today. Good, we're at 30 seconds. We're at 30 seconds. Keep pushing. Let's go. We have a saying here in Elite Muay Thai. If Anthony can do it, anybody can do it. No, I'm just kidding. Doing great. Doing great. Got his Chuck Liddell haircut going on. I like it. 10 seconds. Come on, guys. Work. Oh, we're going to take a little break there, guys. Catch a sip of water. Come on back. All right, guys. So we're going to, while you guys are getting your sip of water, yesterday we talked about taking all those things that we talked about yesterday, the different aspects of shadow boxing, things that you can focus on. Again, focus is key. Going in there with a plan, with a focus on something, not just, swinging for the fences. To get into there, as a fighter, when I step into the gym, everything that I do, every technique, every activity, every drill that I step up to, I have to have a focus. I have to have a clear understanding of what I'm trying to accomplish with what I'm about to do. And it's very, very important that you guys take that into your training so that when you walk up to a heavy bag, you understand that the heavy bag is designed to increase your power. So you should be using it to increase your power, okay? When you get on the mitts, you're working with a trainer, that's your time to really work on the techniques, the different putting combinations together, stuff like that. When you go out on a mile run, that's your time to get your cardio in, push your pace, things like that. One of the things in shadow boxing that we talked about yesterday when we put all this together in one of the things that I like to do is what I call perimeter and center shadow boxing. So when I'm in the ring, if I'm in the center, I'm gonna try to see if I can fit this in. If I'm in the center of the ring and Anthony is up on the ropes, as he moves around, I have very little angles that I have to move, very little steps to stay in front of him. So my front foot will do a lot of this for me, a lot of very easy steps to keep in front of him, okay? Whereas in the opposite, if I'm on the outside of the ring, I got a lot longer ways to go, okay? So when we shadow box, I want you to put yourself in both those scenarios because you will be on the outside or the inside, but practice the footwork differences. So what I'm gonna do right now is I want you guys to go ahead and grab your weights, okay? And we're gonna do some free shadow boxing, okay? You can use whatever punches you want. You can combine all those things that we worked on yesterday to the best of your ability. Don't overdo it, but try to add as much as you can. But what I want you to do is I want you to imagine you're in the center of the ring and the person is moving around the outside, okay? When I tell you to switch, I want you to imagine that you're on the outside of the ring and you're having to move around the outside of the ropes, okay? So we're gonna start with center, okay? And imagine that person's moving around, all right? Let's work. Imagine that person's moving around. So try to stay in front of them, cut them off. There we go. Remember, guys, one of the big things that I'm trying to do when I'm in the center is keep that center. So I don't want to make huge movements left or right, or they'll be able to step around me. So I want to be able to just be very, very subtle with my steps. So I'm cutting them off, okay? I'm keeping them in front of me. I don't want to take really huge steps because then they're going to scoot around and take that center on me. We call it splitting the opponent, keeping it right up the middle. Good, good. Good. And as I said, the best way to just get in the center of your space. Whatever your work area is, get in the center and just start looking at different objects as you move. Move from one object to another around your room. Okay, just imagine that that's your opponent moving around you. We got about 3. All right, so let's scoot to the outside. So now step to the perimeter of your workspace. Okay, Anthony's gonna step back against the wall. And now he's going to move around like he's moving along the ropes, okay? Now we're going to be a little bit more shift step, big steps here. We got a lot of room. We don't want to get caught in that corner. We're going to have a lot more room, okay? Again, got to make sure that hands are moving. Don't get stuck with your hands not moving. Keep that jab moving, especially on those ropes, okay? We need to make sure that we keep that range and don't get stuck in a corner. What, Anthony, for this one, just move the ball here. So that way, people are going to run out of room on the small. So Anthony's just going to pretend like he's on one rope. You'll see him moving along the rope here. Yep. Good. There it is. Good. You notice his footwork's much more involved. There's a lot more going on because he's got a lot more space to cover. His angles are much. He can't create as big of an angle as he can when he's in the center. Got 10 seconds. Good. Let's go back to center. Back to center. Back to center. Work. There you go. Move back to the center of your workspace. About 15 seconds. Come on. Remember, stay busy with the hands. It doesn't matter what part of the ring you're in. If you're not staying busy with those hands, you're going to lose. If you don't know what to throw, jab is the answer. Always keep that jab working. The other punches will fall in. Good. Perimeter. Back on the outside. Last one. Let's go. One. Make sure to keep that hard angle so that you don't get locked up against the ropes. Keep that back foot back so that I don't get pushed up against the ropes. Keep that front foot out in front. "30 seconds. Come on, boys and girls. Let's work." One time. Everybody give me 10 push-ups and grab a sip. All right, for our next part, guys, Anthony and I are going to be showing you guys some combinations. We're going to be doing it on pads. You guys can either, if you got a bag in your room and you want to work the bag, copy these combinations along on your heavy bag, that's fine. If you want to practice lightly on a wall, that's fine. If you want to throw them in the air, that's fine. However you want to do it, okay? Go ahead and put your gloves on, Bo. Be all right. All right. So let's come over here. All right. So we're going to start off, guys, by we're going to throw some blocks in here. So we're going to try to be defensive. First block we're going to work on today is the body hook. The body hook. Okay. So when I'm doing this, guys, the hook is going to come either side, either side. So actually, Anthony can throw one for me right here. Boom. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my elbow to protect here. So what I want to do is I want to take my elbow and I want to bring it to the upper part of my hip bone right here. Okay. My hip, unless I have osteoporosis, I don't need to block that. Okay. The important thing is that I'm not dropping my hand off my face to do this. This is one of the reasons why we go to the body, is to try to get them to release their hand. Okay. So what I want to do is nod into it. Boom, like so, left and right. I do not want to twist because that's going to open up my kidney. Okay, so I want to nod left or right, depending on what side it's coming from. Okay, so we're going to start off going to jab cross. And he's going to nod and block the left side, or right side. Sorry. All right, so let's work. Good. Let's follow along with us. Should we see? Let's back up a little bit so we get a little bit more feel of it. There we go. Guys up. All right, so our counter here is going to be that same side uppercut. Okay, because he's here, now all he's got to do is turn. And if you look at the position, usually when I go to the body, I'm going to be right about here. So my face is right in front of this uppercut. Okay, so we're going to throw a jab across. He's going to block here. Good. He's going to turn his back foot to create his power and drive his uppercut up. Everybody see that? So here. Pop, bang. Got it? Again, we talked about this yesterday with that uppercut, guys. When you're practicing uppercut, I want to see you practicing it coming out, not straight up. Okay? Straight up, it ricochets, comes back and hits you. I've seen it in pro fights. Let it come out. Face it away from you. All right? So we're going to start off, go nice and slow one more time. Jab across, body, uppercut. Good. 1, 2, block, up. I got it? Again, guys, also, don't let that chin lift up with that uppercut. Don't let it fall. Keep it down. All right, here we go. Let's work. Take your time. drop. See how it's bouncing off? Okay. So 1, 2, back. Oh yes, there you go. Now good. All right, we're just gonna finish this off with what we call an under-over. An under-over combination is an under and an over. So he's gonna throw just at his right cross at the end of this. So he throws his uppercut, resets, launches across. Okay. So got it? All right, let's put it all together. Good. Remember, touch that cheek each time. Bop, bop. I touch here, back to my cheek, then I fire it again. Whoa. Good. 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 All right, so we're going to switch sides here. So we'll work on the other side. Okay? Not much changes, but again, anytime you switch from left to right, obviously your dominant side is going to feel better than your lead side. So I like to make sure we practice both sides. Let's step off a little bit so we get a little bit. All right, the same thing applies here. We're going to jab cross. He's going to block left side and bring his lead uppercut. Okay? That lead uppercut, guys, again, its job is to lift the chin up. No more, no less. All right? So don't think if it doesn't feel strong, don't worry about it. Its job is to lift the chin up. Okay? Its job is not to knock down. Its job is to get the chin up. The next punch we throw in there will do the knockout. All right? So jab, cross, lean. All right? Oh, yeah. You got that. Got it? Let's work it. One. Good. All right, so we're going to finish that off with the right hand again. Okay? So we're going jab, cross, up, and again with the right hand. All right? Got it? All right, let's work. Let's add a little speed to it. All right. Wait. Can't do a whole lot of kick steps on these minutes. All right, not bad, not bad. That's the left side, the hook to the body, okay? All right, so next one we're gonna touch on is the cross to the body, okay? A lot of different ways that we can block this. Well, not a lot, but a few different ways. I like to use my elbows personally, okay? So let's go here so we can see better. All right, so I'm gonna use this forearm. As that cross comes in, I'm gonna turn, just bringing my elbow across. I'm not only gonna do a whole lot of rotating, I can just bring it here, just like so. I'm bringing it across, which leaves me still in the position to do pretty much whatever I want because I haven't really moved my hands at all. All right, so again, I'm gonna throw my jab cross, and then I'm gonna push this off. Because of the hard turn that boxers have, this is a real easy block. Now, if you're doing Thai where you're much more broad, there's a very good possibility that it might still hit over on the side. So this is not quite as advantageous for Thai as it is for boxers or anybody that has a much broader face stance. Okay, so we're gonna go jab cross. I throw my right. He's gonna use that little muscle, forearm muscle, just bat it off to the side. Hit with your elbow. Yep, there you go. Don't use your hip so much, just use your arm. Oh, that's it, right there. Yep.
I know. That's what I'm trying not to do.
All right, so we have a lot of different counts we can do off of this, okay? So, especially if the person lowers their level, I love using uppercuts, okay? So we're gonna pretend like the person lower their up here. We're gonna go jab cross and come here and turn that right uppercut back up. Boom, and cross. Bat here, and then lift up, okay? So again, I come here, boom, lift up, go ahead, boom, right underneath the chin, lift them right back up into place. All right, jab, boom, got it? All right. Boom, across. One. There we go. It's pretty nice off of that ball. Especially if they're low in the level. Good. So now that one I like to use again if the person lowers their levels. Let's say they don't lower their level. Let's say they just punch down. One of my favorites is just come out. Actually, that's what I used to do. I really like just throwing a jab cross right off of it. So you see, I'll throw my jab, throw your cross. Boom, I'll come here, bang, bang, and come right over top, just like that. Okay? So I'm here, 1, 2, 5, bang, bang. Yep. It actually feels a lot more comfortable than it didn't sound, does it? Well, the thing about it is because of because you're popping down, see it? I can open it up right there and then drive. Because of the angle of your arm, I can just punch right over it. All right. 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. There you go. 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. There we are. There we are. 5, 1, 2. One. Good, good, good. Nice, nice, nice. Good. All right, let's grab a sip. Come right back. Not bad, Anthony. Not bad. Yeah, you know what? Not like they like breathe. All right. Okay. So the other one I want to talk about is the jab to the body. The jab to the body is not. It's not a damage dealer. Okay. It's not. I mean, granted, there are some that you don't want to take a ton of them; they will add up. But it's in boxing. It's the points that the real issue with them. It's just allowing somebody to rack up points. The more they touch you, boxing's not a game that's involved around who touches who the most. It's not always about who knocks who out. A lot of your great fighters, Lemo, those kind of guys, they don't really knock people out. They just touch them a lot. Okay, we can't allow this to happen constantly. Okay, so when I'm here, all right, the one I like to use for the jab the most is the downward kick. So as he comes down, I just tap outside of right there. Okay, let's go to the other side so they can see. Okay, so I'm going to be parrying it across to my far hip, like so. Okay, again, good. It's very similar to the pick up top. I'm picking it down here. Okay, so we're going to start off. Let's go here so they can see your work. All right, so we're going to go jab cross. Get picked up to the far side of the head. Yep, there you go. Whoa. 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 What? Right back. There you go. So the first one that I like to do off of this, especially because there's not a big committal here. No one's really stepped in here. You know, we're on the outside playing. Is a double jab off of this. So I come here. We come here. Just he's gonna pick here. Double jab right off that. Okay. This is still playing the outside game. A lot of times when people are out here touching the body like this, guys, no one's really committed yet. We're still feeling each other out. We're still keeping distance. And a lot of times we use that double jab so I don't have to actually commit yet. If I'm not ready to actually step in, I'm still feeling my opponent out. Haven't quite felt his power yet, things like that. Okay? So I'm jab cross. Pick here, double jab. There you go. Just let them know you're there. One. Wait. Hey. Wait. All right. Good. All right. So that's I'm still trying to keep my range, still trying to keep on the outside, not quite ready to commit yet, still feel my opponent out, things like that. The next one is completely the opposite. So now I'm ready to make him pay. All right, so I'm going here, think of jab cross. He's going to parry this across and extend right through that right cross, and then dig the body. Everybody see that? So as he parries, he's just going to push right off a bit, push, and dig. So it's almost like one motion. Right here, so I'm just here, and then I drive, and then I'm going to dig the body. Sorry. Yeah, you can go to this side. Yep. See from this side? The jab cross. He's going to parry me across, turn, and that sets right up that body shot. Okay? I see that? Let's move back just a little bit. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, remember, use your back foot. Okay? So as soon as you parry here, now just turn. There you go. There's your extension. Turn. There you go. There we go. There we go. I'm throwing jabs up top, my bad. All right. There's just different ways that you can attack off of these different things. Okay. So guys, let's recap real quick. Okay, what we discussed so far this week. Okay, we worked on partly with conditioning, different kinds of conditioning, things like that. And what we talked about was one of the key training tools that you guys have at your disposal in the situation that we're in right now, which is shadow boxing. Okay, a lot of us don't, most of us do not appreciate how valuable that tool is until we are much higher on in our educational as far as fighting goes. You need to use it to your advantage. Okay, I gave you guys a bunch of different things to focus on. Anthony will tell you as an instructor, I have two words I say all the time, and they're my key to successful fighters: intensity and focus. Okay, you need to bring both of them to your training every single day. There are two ways to improve. You can improve technically, or you can improve physically, or you can improve both. Okay, you can either you can do your drill to become more technical. So a lot of times we slow it down, really focus on it, or you can do your drill to become bigger, faster, stronger. Okay, but you need to make sure that you're bringing in focus and intensity to be able to accomplish those goals. Okay, guys, we don't have off times. Okay, if you want to be a fighter, you can't wait. You got to stay busy. You can't use you know, viruses and things like that, it's time to take time off. You've got to stay busy. You've got to stay active. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, we had a great week this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. It's been a pleasure. I will see you guys next week. Later.